Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 The Great War with me, Alpha Mega, and the Sublime Ottoman State. So I'm starting a new session. I'll probably record like 3 episodes, made some coffee, have some tea, and about an hour and a half to record while my family is sleeping. So, what happened in the previous episode? Well, actually, in the previous episodes, I should clarify. What happened? Well, a lot. First of all, we've actually gotten, well, almost all of the Dervish movement liberated. We're currently fighting with last 2 vestiges of British forces in this area. One is in Mogadishu, and that one is actually going to fall very soon. It's the British, but this is the Italian territory. But they're gonna get eliminated if you've already killed one of those units. And we're also attacking the ones in Lascorai, where our units are just pushing at them. This is mostly just to get rid of them if we could. We're sending in reinforcements though. I'm not sure where they are. They have been really adamant about not coming. The plan here is to get this port and see if we could connect it to our own railway system and create a potential gateway for us to push southwards towards Zanzibar city. Now this will probably be connected with an offensive up in the north where we need to tie up the units, because I don't think they will have many more available here. We'll see how it's gonna go. In Europe, we've actually managed to break through here and near Venezia, where our units are now preparing for the assault on the city. We'll see if that's going to go, but considering it's plains, it should be very easy. We'll see how it's going to go. The plan here is to encircle as many units here as possible. We'll see if that's going to be possible, but I do certainly hope so. And in the meantime, we are continuing to research our tanks, which is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to designing our first tank. That's going to be a good thing. So, alright, let's unpause and see what the game is throwing at us. And the game is coming if we have insufficient resources, but I don't really trust it in that regard. I think we're fine. One thing that I was thinking about is the doctrines, because the moment we take the combined arms, we kinda abandon the entrenchment policy. And we get a little bit of extra speed and planning speed. The only reason why I would take this is if we could immediately jump on something like this or mobile, because like we have 458 experience points. If we take this one, that's 187.5. So we'll be left with about 250 at this point. Let's call it 280. So whatever we would get would have to then help us enough to offset the entrenchment issue. Now, we really do not have an issue of entrenchment. Our units are doing alright. But the defense and entrenchment is actually playing a huge role. So imagine that it drops to about half. We'll lose a significant amount of bonuses. So we would really have to offset it. A mass assault, the Doctrine. Because let's say we'll have, let's go 250, which means we can take 3 of these, maybe even 4. So we would, here for example, the Grand Battle Plan, we would get, okay, this would give us, again, entrenchment, so it gives you a little bit of what we lose back here. Not as much, but it would give you that. Then the planning. Then defense and organization for all infantry. And then breakthrough and soft attack. If we want here, that's soft attack, organization, defense. Here it would be extra breakthrough for tanks, organization for infantry, organization, max speed, and then breakthrough. Why do you think about it? Because we do not really have that much time. I think that it might be actually pretty good for us to go with the grand battle plan. I'm very rarely using this. And the breakthrough soft attack. We're using a lot of planning, careful planning, which in this case with the breakthrough could be pretty good. Breakthrough organization, soft attack, supply consumption. I don't want mass assault. That doesn't really go well. So it's either going to be... I have to figure out. Because the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine with the assault would be probably good. We could go with that. So let's say we get this one. We get extra planning speed, then lose a lot. Extra movement. Here we get back a little bit of that entrenchment. Planning, defense, organization, breakthrough, and soft attack. And then we would go with this one. Max planning, coordination, breakthrough, defense, max planning, and organization. So we would really capitalize on the planning bonus, which is amazing for us. I'm not saying that it's not. But it would be a little bit of a stretch to do that. Alright, so you guys keep pressuring these guys. Make sure that they kick the bucket. Alright, so we finished the easy maintenance. Defensive assets. Soaked armor. Signed out cannons. Why can't we research this one? Requires tank classification? What is a tank classification? Full rotating turret. One-man turret, one-man turret. Elongated hull. What? What is a tank classification? Is that something here? Oh yeah, it's here. Alright, tank classification. Research speed bonus. And then production cost lowered. Advanced generator. Tempted to go... Well, we're already working on that. I don't think I want to waste that on anything else. Is there anything... Well, we could go with the armored car. That's actually a pretty good choice. Actually, that does nothing. Ah, that actually does really nothing for us. What is the point? It's an armor upgrade. Secondary engine, max speed and fuel usage. Now you get 5% extra reliability, 4% extra armor. And that's a... Oh, and you're actually cheaper. That's interesting. That is interesting. But don't we rather want to get something here? Rangers. You're thinking about... No, you know what? Maintenance company. That is something that we need. Let's get the maintenance company. I know that's gonna take forever for us, but we need it. Alright, anyway, this gives us no more excuse to not design a tank. So let's actually do that. And I really want to get rid of you guys, but I just can't. I don't want you here. View save designs. How am I supposed to get rid of it? Because there's the tracks behind that. And I know that we probably don't have a way how to change them. Yeah, torsion bar. Suspension. And this is stupid. Oh, never mind. I guess, you know, let's not be mad about things that we cannot change. Alright. So we want the heavy howitzer. Do we want that? I think we do at this point. Heavy turret type fixed superstructure. We want the flags because they are better. Cost a little bit more, but we want those. And then we want the easy maintenance, which would survivability to 90%. Oh, and we could get the white tracks as well. Alright. Which is actually pretty cool. Okay, if you produce that, now we can get... Okay, we can do like this, and that's actually amazing, because we got reliability of 95.5%, which is really good, way better than I actually thought. If I wanted to switch you for additional... Yeah, the difference is not at all interesting. Alright, and we're gonna name this tank Abdul Majid II. Abdul Majid in honor of our new Caliph. Alright, now let's see if we added an armored battalion. Oh my god, that would be the... Look at that. Soft attack, Nero doubles, breakthrough, gets 50 extra %, armor goes up. Combat wave increases to 31 though. So at that point I think it might make sense to remove one of these. Too bad we can't really do much with that. Alright. But it also kind of change... Well, I mean, we can still get the reliability bonus. I don't really mind that. And we need to put the tanks in production. So Daimler is gonna produce them. And they're gonna start eating up all of our factories. All of the ones that we can spare. Now we'll get our first factory very soon. Which, frankly, is fine. But we'll really see quickly that this is not as easy as we thought it would be. So ordering field artillery and everything. Yeah, I mean, we know that this is gonna take forever. So if... I think we said that we need like 12 factories to produce one per day, which is still crazy. But we'll just have to see. Alright, so Abdul Majids are gonna come into production very soon. I will roll them in gradually, one division at a time. So we're going here. Right, they pulled a large amount of troops out of there, which is fair enough. We do not mind that. You guys are over here planning your attack. So are you now. I'll box them in, don't you worry. Alright guys, we need you. We need you here. I know this is crazy, I know we just dropped out of that combat, but we really need you to finish them off. This is actually way more important than you would think. Same with you guys over here. I know that we're sort of wasting you on that, and we'll send, you know, stronger units when we can, which we can't right now, but we'll do that when we can. So when's the first factory going to be finished? Okay, now. So here we go with the absolute craziness of the Abdul-Majids. So we're producing less than 1 per month now. Guys, let that sink in. That's so crazy. Less than 1 per month. Alright, so with the tungsten, it's a little bit better. 1 per month with 1 factory. And a horrifying efficiency. We can get 5 tanks per month and maximum efficiency per factory. So actually that's less than 1 per week. No, that's more than 1 per week. So, okay, that's a little bit better than I expected it to be, but this is gonna be a hog on resources. Just imagine how much we would need to import. Alright, these guys need to die. Like now. How are you doing? And how are the units that we're training doing? Or negotiating our claims was finished. So, actually, I just realized this would help with the maintenance companies, wouldn't it? Significantly so. I guess that is of no consequence now. Alright, so let's go with... No, you know what? This is gonna take a while. So let's go with reopening the parliament, because we want that. Last time Abdul Hamid II caused the parliament and eventually led to his overthrow. We shouldn't make the same mistake again. Also, having the parliament will provide us with more efficient bureaucracy. So we get less political power, but more stability, more population, and more fascist diplomacy for some reason. All hail the parliament. Okay, you guys are really struggling with this. Okay, let the units pass, finish up your planning. Okay, good. This is now gonna go much better. Once we eliminate them, I can actually start pushing across the river here. But before we'll push on you. Now, someone mentioned in the comments that we could basically try to cut these guys off, but we can't because they can still retreat to Darfur. However, I would really like to get this territory because of the rubber. If we could get any kind of rubber from this, that would be great. Because rubber is one of the most painful imports that we have, and not that, you know, we're that dependent on armored cars, but I would really like the efficiency to go up a little bit. And with that said, we would definitely need more. Why do we have less factories? Is it because of the paying of the debt? Or back to 7%. It's crazy. We just can't do it without the foreign imports, I guess. We already... No, still not. Alright, now we got this port finished and taken. Alright, so how do we do it now? I suggest we take you guys and just put all of you here. We'll send all of you here. Now you will, in the meantime, attack here before they come, and then we'll send you in. Alright, that makes sense. How are you guys doing? I would really like to launch this attack sooner than later. I think it's actually gonna work, because they don't have that much here, do they? It's the fact that we really are not recovering. Wait, are you? Is it because we're under attack? No, we're not under attack, so why the hell are we having such issues? I'm a little bit confused about that. Okay, upgrading the railroads. Okay, we need to push them out. So where the hell does Dervish movement end? Is it this place? Is it that valuable for them? I guess so. Yeah, it has a victory point. Yeah, all things considered, that is actually, and I don't think Mogadishu is actually theirs. Yeah, so it's not theirs. That's why we didn't get bumped up for getting it, but it should still provide us with something, but it doesn't. Alright, so let's fix that. Alright, we'll do it like this and make these a priority. I know that's a little bit silly, but look, this is also a little bit silly. So, oh, we're still paused, alright. So I would prefer if we did less silly things and more interesting things. 49. Alright, can we import more artillery? I think we can, and also supply equipment. Why can't I? Wait, it did break before? Because now it says that we cannot import it if we have another supply thing happening. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, we'll be fine with it or without it, so it's okay. Are we doing an infantry equipment? 2.9k, that's actually pretty good. Most of it awful and obsolete though, but it's still fine. Alright, so you guys got 58, 55, so one more day and then we launch the attack. Interesting that the Austrians consider attacking across the river instead of into Veneto. A good choice. Can't say I understand their logic here, but are you full on fuel? Man, you guys are really struggling for resources. Alright, so now we got a full plan. We attack at 6 o'clock in the morning on 14th of July. There we go. Let's see the fight. And right off the bat, it is looking really good. So let's hope it is gonna bring us joy.
Efendim? Emriniz yok mu?
Alright, you're gonna need to plan this as an assault. It's gonna be against the tanks. Alright, looky here. Yeah, we're doing really good. It is gonna be a little bit tough for us to break through in one go. But I think if we are a little bit economical with our units, we might have a chance. Especially if the AI supports us at least a little bit. Which is a big if, I understand that. So how's the tank production, guys? 1.16, alright, you're starting to get a little bit more efficient on that. I mean, considering the numbers of tanks produced, I don't even think that is something that is unrealistic. Oh wow, we're actually really killing that. We got 7 divisions, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 32 that we will get here locked. And is a significant portion of the enemy units. That will make them breaking through here much easier. Alright. So they're starting to fall off. Another division is gonna fall off now. And planes are mean place to defend. Alright, we need to launch a counterattack immediately after they drop that. Thus at Al-Kurma. We've suffered a disheartening attack at Al-Kurma, with the oasis falling into the hands of Nage forces. What? This loss is a setback in our campaign to maintain control of the region and curb the expanding influence of Ibn Saud. We must reassess our strategy and rally our forces to respond to this challenge. Wait, are we at war? Or not? The Battle of Al-Kurma is more than a territorial dispute. Huh? Man, I have no idea. Alright, this is looking better and better. This is actually looking... Oh, John, pause. That would help. But yeah, they won't be able to hold this. And we don't even have goddamn tanks. Casualties we're gonna incur are also crazy though. But alas, it is to be done. Okay, how's the railway looking here? Alright, constructing the Talech and already constructing over here. I think considering this is a capital hub, we might even boost this one to make it a bit stronger. Now that attack actually stopped. So I think that at this point... Oh yeah, we missed the opportunity. Okay, considering we missed the opportunity, we might as well just stop and allow them to plan for it properly. Alright, so they're reinforcing, but way slower than we are advancing. Yeah, this division will drop. Another one will drop shortly after. Please don't throw me into a bridge situation right now. Enemy air superiority. Yeah, aircraft are gonna become a little bit of an issue as the time is gonna go on. Alright, so they joined in with the cavalry division, but that one is not gonna do anything. It's not even entrenched. So you drop. You guys will drop next. They're sending more divisions in, but we are removing them faster that they can reinforce those places, which is great. And we still have 2 divisions in reserve. Yep, these are a goner. Oh, come on, man, that's not fair. Oh, I mean, realistically, this one is not gonna do anything. It's off again immediately. Oh, and we've killed so many of them as well. Strength of these units is seriously being depleted. Now already reinforced again, but we'll push further. I would like to stretch this episode until the actual situation is resolved. You guys are planning and reinforcing, which is good. We don't want to waste anything here. How's the railway looking? Alright, we're almost done. This is the last segment, and yeah, look at that. This one will finish this leg. You guys are already in good supply. Feel free to attack us, but that breakthrough is crazy everywhere. Alright, actually, I'll be honest, they're actually doing a good job reinforcing here. They got so many units, and they're managing to throw them all in. We're struggling a little bit with keeping up. Would really help if we could keep these guys busy. Still, the damage we're doing is just insane. We need the better howitzer though, because that is where we are really struggling. So actually, I don't think we'll be able to break through this time, because they really are throwing in all they got. Oh hey, they actually stopped them. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the candor. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Alright, so I officially think we cannot break through here, but the damage that we've done to them is so high that I believe next time we're gonna do this, we'll have the opportunity. But what I would do is probably cover for these units so that they cannot reinforce. So 2 of those divisions will... Yeah, look at that. We're really killing them. Do we want to continue this fight? It's a question. They won't be. They'll lose 2 of these units very soon. .1, 1.9. But so shall we, because our units are getting exhausted. 50. Wow, we have never been this close actually. 6.3. Yeah, here comes more reinforcements though. 1.6. Come on. We need a little bit of luck here. If we could get that, 11.5, 10.6. $105. 5.4. Alright, we got another reserve unit in. Come on, we can do it. Wow, we're really close. Are we gonna make it? And the last cavalry is not gonna... Oh, come on, that was so close. But still, even so... Oh yeah, they're delaying them again from reinforcing. Come on, we can do it. 20.9. Oh, this is exciting. Let's celebrate by launching an offensive over here. Oh, come the hell on. Come on.
Mesafeyi kollayın.
We need just a little bit. All of these are actually toast. Just need a bit more push. A bit more numerical luck. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ah, this is painful. Suffering. Yeah, we were this close and we failed. Alright guys, let's call it off. Well, that was an interesting experience. I say we send you guys over there and you guys over here to reinforce, and I think we will also put you guys over there. I'll send you there. That's gonna help a little bit with the organization issues that we have. Alright, well, we tried. We tried. Not every attack can be won immediately. So, hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll see you in the next one.